Cool. All right. Thank you all for being here. My name is Gerald, and today we're doing another mindset training. And today is all about you were born to succeed, and I'm going to prove it to you. So I want you to think back, even before you were born, when your mother and father met. They said hello to each other. There was a kind of an attraction. They got together, and through actions that we already know what happened, you were created. Now, before you were created, what happened? You beat out millions of other sperm cells to get to the egg to become. So I want you to imagine this. If you took 1 million people and put them in a race, you were the one who won. And because of that, you were created. Yay for everybody. So you were born. And when you were a baby, when you wanted to get changed, what did you do? You screamed until you got changed. When you wanted food, what did you do? You screamed and yelled until you got fed. When you wanted to be burped, when you wanted to be clothed, when you wanted to do anything, you did not let up until you got what you wanted. That is how you were born to be. You were not born to accept fear, doubt, and disbelief in your life. Just the mere fact that you beat millions to be created, and the fact that you didn't give up until you got what you wanted means that there is no such thing in your head of lack, limitations, the word no, the word you can't. None of that existed. All you knew is you wanted what you wanted. Fast forward a couple of years. You ask your mom for something. She says no. You ask your father for something. He says no. Certain things that you wanted to do, your parents said no. Eventually, you decided to make that an intricate part of your thought process, ergo making that your gospel truth of how you live your life. You have to understand one very important thing. Everything that is negative in your life has been a taught behavior or a taught mindset. You did not come to the world thinking, well, I may not get the job. You didn't come to the world thinking, well, I may not be happy in a relationship. You came into the world eyes wide open, with the possibilities were endless. And you were taught how to devalue what you wanted, maybe to appease your parents, maybe to appease your first girlfriend or boyfriend, maybe to appease whoever was there in your life. So everything that you've done is a consequence of you adopting a negative reality that really does not exist. You look at any self-made millionaire or any rock star or hip hop artist or somebody super famous, they had in their mind that they were going to be that person. And they did not let anybody or anything stop them. Of course, there were some bumps along the road, but they knew what they wanted ahead of time. They had that vision in their head. So they went ahead, went through those bumps, got those scrapes, got that thick skin to become who we are today. Perfect example is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. At one point, he had $7 in his pocket. Before he got into the wrestling and everything, he tried to do a football thing. That didn't work out because he was cut. He went home with $7 in his pocket, told his dad, listen, I want to start doing professional wrestling. And from that moment, he had a vision in his head that he's going to be the best at wrestling. And what happens? I dare say that he is the best wrestler that there ever was when it comes to entertaining the crowd, being electric, having people just say to him that you are the best and there's nobody that can actually beat you. From there, he went on to acting. From acting, he went on to doing whatever he's going to do next. But understand that if he had that philosophy that I got $7 in my pocket, so that's all that I'm going to be, we would not have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson today. And I appreciate it because he's one of my idols. I'll be honest. He's like that guy for me. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. So here's what I propose. Every time you get ready to do something massive or minimal, and that part of the brain that says you can't, understand those are the voices of your past people telling you what they perceive you can or cannot do. See, anybody who lives by anybody else's perception of them will always fail. Anybody who allows people to interject that idea that they cannot succeed or have or be anything that they want to be is at a loss. Understand, you were put on this earth to do something monumental. I don't know what it is. You know your gifts. And when you decide to not pursue something that you truly believe in, then you're doing a disvalue not only to yourself, but to anybody else who would witness that and would give them the opportunity to believe just a little bit that they can do whatever it is they dream of as well. So your belief system in what you could do doesn't just affect you and the people around you. It affects people that you may not even meet. Okay. I am never, well, I'm not going to say never. I probably won't meet The Rock and shake his hand because I've seen where he came from. I've seen what he's done and I see what he continues to do. And that makes me think, well, yeah, I was homeless. Yeah, I was in a homeless shelter. Fine. But that doesn't define me nor my thought process of what I can and cannot do. You see somebody like you fill in the blank, like the person that you admire the most for their triumphs. They started maybe worse than you did, but they had the mentality that no matter what anybody says to them, they were going to pursue it and conquer whatever it was. No matter the mountains they had to climb or the rivers they had to swim by, they were committed to doing it. And you can do the same thing no matter what age you are, okay? I'm 51 years old. I decided 3 months ago that I was gonna go back into bodybuilding. And I tell you, my life has never been the same. I go every morning from 6 to 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I sweat my behind off. And that makes me feel good because I know where I want to go. I know where I'm headed. I know my plan in life. And I'm just going through the motions of getting it done. People have told me, listen, you're 51. You shouldn't be lifting weights. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. I've never felt this good in a long time. So bump you and bump whatever you're saying because that's your reality. That's not my reality. Arnold Schwarzenegger, another perfect example. He says that he likes when people say something can't be done so he could be the first to do it and prove them wrong. Wow. I want to say that again because that gave me chills. He likes when people say something cannot be done so he could be the first to do it and prove them wrong. How many people in your life have told you you can't do something? How many people told you in your life that they doubted you, that you don't have enough money to do whatever, that as a business person, you won't succeed because you didn't go to school or whatever they told you that you can't do? Imagine the day when you achieve that goal and you look at that person and says, I told you so. I love those 4 words. I told you so. People are going to see me next year ripped. That I just had a vision of me ripped. Like next summer, no, I probably won't wear a shirt next summer. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I know that the way my body is now is going to be nowhere compared to how it's going to be later. Also, with my business, I do a lot of things for people because somebody somewhere told me that I'm not a good marketer and I'm not a good leader. Well, I'm going to prove them wrong by giving content to people that are actually in my business so they could see that even though I didn't go to school for marketing or, did all that other stuff that people say you need to do, that I'm self-taught and now I'm giving of myself. And that's the whole key. I mentioned before about being that icon of greatness, that when somebody sees you succeed, it gives them permission to believe in themselves so that they can succeed. That's 100% true. And the good thing about being that icon is that you are giving back to humanity. Because there might be that one person that sees your success, believes it in themselves, that they can be successful, then become successful and ignites another passion in somebody else. So you are the catalyst of that change in somebody's life. You are the foundation of that thought process that no matter what you say, I'm going to do it regardless. And that is a wonderful feeling. People are going to doubt you all the time. People are going to point fingers and laugh at you all the time. But you have to understand when somebody points at you, they got 4 fingers pointing back at them. Because I guarantee you, they're giving you their own self-belief. They're putting on you what they believe about themselves. See, when somebody says I can't do something, it's because they went to the gym and they failed. That's on them. I succeed. Every morning I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm at the gym by 6:30. I'm out by 9 o'clock tired because I did something for myself. And I go through the whole day with that satisfaction and gratification that no matter what anybody said, I did it. I got one step closer to achieving my goal every single day. And that's all you have to do. So again, you were born to succeed, and fear, doubt, and limitations are learned behaviors and thought process that you have adopted. I want you to declare today by yourself that whatever dream you have inside here, you're going to go for it. You're going to pound the pavement. You're going to do what needs to be done. If you have to take a class, take a class. If you have to go online and just watch a ton of videos about it, write down notes, go ahead and do that. If you have to read a book about it, read the book, because everything that you do has to be in line with what's up here. And what's up here cannot be diminished by what they told you and what they said about you, because you know your worth and you know your capabilities and you know what you can contribute to society or the world. Okay, this video is going to go out on the internet. Somebody in Siberia might see it and get inspired. That is my goal. That's why I record these videos, and that's why I do these videos. I really love doing what I do because it adds a satisfaction that I normally would not get. If I sat home and didn't do anything, I'm not benefiting anybody. But I have to understand and realize that because I chose to go into bodybuilding, to be one of the marketers inside our business, to become a leader when nobody asked me, that is something that I chose to do because I know that is my strength. And because somebody told me I couldn't do it, that made me want to do it even more. So if you have something that you want to do, if you have something that is in your head that you can do, if you have something that somebody said that you can do, that's what you must do. Understand, they don't know you. They don't know your intentions. They don't know your power, and in doing so and going forward, you will discover things about you that you never knew existed because you never went there before. It's a beautiful thing when you discover something amazing about yourself. It's a beautiful thing when you discover that hidden talent that you had all along, but lay dormant behind all of the bull crap that people told you that you can't do something. You can't do something. And you can go to bed satisfied every single day because you did something irregardless of what anybody says about you. They laughed. They laughed at the Wright brothers who invented the airplane. They laughed at Thomas Edison before he created the light bulb. Everybody who's done anything great in this world got laughed at, got ridiculed, got told that they can't do it, got called stupid, retarded, whatever name you think that they got called. But they went and did it anyway. And we are the better for it today. We have lights, we can fly, we can do a lot of things that we normally would not have been able to do if they had allowed that person or those people to get in their heads and they acquiesced to what other people thought about them. Believe me, you have a whole bunch of power inside of you. You have a whole bunch of talent that you haven't even discovered yet. You have a whole bunch of something that the world needs. So I ask you, make a decision of what you want to do. Go for it as if your life depended on it, because it literally does. Your life will be better once you understand that your success is just giving people the permission to be successful. My name is Gerald, and I hope you got something out of this. I love doing this. Next week, same thing, same time. Well, different subject, but definitely the same time. Every Sunday at 4 o'clock, we'll be doing this. I want to thank you for your time, and God bless.